Next on Unsolved Mysteries, who will be the Vikings' backup quarterback? All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Onebar with Lupagus, and Kevin Seifert, ESPN, who is much smarter than us, coming on K-Fan saying that it's his understanding that internally the Vikings are very open to the possibility that the backup quarterback isn't on the roster. Dun, dun, dun.
Which I also think he's probably watched our show because I feel like we've talked about this already as well. So maybe we are smarter than we think. You know, this is a very smart entity as well. It's Liftbridge Brewing Company. Make smart, delicious beers. Try them out. They taste delicious. I think they do actually increase your IQ.
They do. They make you smarter. They make you better looking. They do everything for you. But I mean, Kevin Seifert has it in. We said this, but I think everybody's been feeling it. Like, is this really our backup quarterback plan? And he pretty much just solidifies that the Vikings are thinking the exact same thing, which they should be.
Well, if he's reporting that's coming from internal sources, he must have some contact who knows this. The Vikings letting this out of the bag. Yeah, it's something. There's probably a little more smoke to this than we initially believed. So apparently the Vikings are open. And now a couple things. So now it puts more pressure on Mannion to perform. I think they're both going to get very long looks on Sunday. But what do the Vikings do? I mean, you got a couple options here. You sit and wait to see who gets released before the season starts, or you start scouring rosters looking for who might be available in a trade.
Yeah, I mean, he said that the two factors, which you just said, is who's available when everyone starts getting released and how they play in preseason games. But, I mean, they've clearly seen how they've played in practice, and it's not good. And Sean Mannion, Kevin O'Connell must be thinking, like, what did I do? I mean, there was no Rams connection there. O'Connell was there after Mannion was gone. And Kellen Mond is still a young buck. So I hope that they end up getting some vet. I don't want them to make a trade. Some vet that gets cut, whoever it might be, and they hang on to Kellen Mond, and Kellen Mond's maybe a practice squad or whatever. But that's my hope.
Well, yeah, I mean, or they could do the thing they did with the safeties a couple years ago and kept two. Maybe they keep one quarterback and then just see who's out there. I can't even think top of my head what team is loaded with backup quarterbacks. I know Joe Flacco's out there backing up somebody, but I feel like there's somebody else
looking good. Everybody wants Gardner Minshew. There's no sugarcoating it. Bring in Gardner Minshew. Give up a 7th-round pick.
Hell, throw Kellen Mond if they want him too. I mean, if they want some young guy to groom, I don't know why we didn't do it before. It would have made a ton of sense. Gardner Minshew, he's had some good moments. And can you imagine what that guy would be like in the locker room to have around the
party? I bet he'd have some lift bridges with us.
I know he would. I know he would.
One thing is clear: if they're not picking up anybody that's available right now, if you go look at the available quarterbacks, they are disgusting. They're unlike Lupagus with his shirt off. They're disgusting.
Thank you. Yeah, and that's the thing I'm glad you mentioned that because that was my next point. Don't go out and grab a Kevin Hogan. I would rather just roll with Kellen Mond if you're going to go and do something like that. These guys are available for a reason. And for the love of God, anybody screaming about Kyle Sloter, if I see one Kyle Sloter in the comments,
it's gonna happen.
He's been cut from just about every team. He just got cut by the Jaguars and some other scrub replaced him. Kyle Sloter is not the answer.
You know what you call that?
Even go there.
You call that experience. He's experienced backup. He's played in pretty much every league possible, every team possible. But yeah, you know what? Who knows? Maybe Kellen Mond. It's not going to be Sean Mannion. Maybe Kellen Mond comes out and just absolutely lights it up on Sunday, and this is all just for nothing.
Well, I mean, maybe he'll be a better game player than he is a practice player. I don't know. The guy needs something. He needs some kind of boost. And this is, for the first preseason game, this has a lot of weight more than it should. I mean, Kellen Mond has to perform this game. Sean Mannion has to. Or the Vikings will be forced to make a move and potentially lose another draft pick.
Yeah. We'll see. But there's smoke. There is fire. Let us know in the comments. What do you want them to do? You want them to bring somebody in? You want them to trade, or just want Gardner Minshew more than anything in the world?
Oh my God, I'll get a Minshew jersey for sure. All right, and while you're looking into that, remember this: in 1987, a squirrel carrying a piece of tinfoil shut down the Nasdaq Stock Exchange for 82 minutes, resulting in a loss of about 20 million potential trades.